You've received your JOFI Job Fit Report. This report is really intended to help you on your career journey this summer, help you understand more about yourself and how to sort out what jobs might be the best fit for you, both up front and as you're experiencing this work experience. There's a proven connection between career success and interest, and the sooner you figure out what your interests truly are, the more likely that you'll find that fit. Some jobs are a fit for you and some they don't fit. Just like a sweater might look good on the shelf or in the store, but we bring it home and it's scratchy. Or music you might think sounds really great, but when you bring it home, it just doesn't speak to you long term. Jobs are the same way, and our hope is that this assessment helps you find jobs that speak to you long term and help build that foundation. So this report leans on what you told us around your personality traits or those behaviors or tendencies you have, as well as your career interests or the activities that you prefer doing. We took those two things together and used a bunch of analytics around what is predictive to get to a set of 15 jobs that are the best fit. This report has 5 sections, 2 on career and 2 on personality, as well as the top 15 jobs. We'll go through each section of this report. The first area that we're going to focus on is giving you more detail on the career interest model. We use the RACIC model. An example of what one of these can look like for realistic is realistic people generally like working with things more than people, or investigative people generally like working with ideas and data more than people and things. Each of these has their preferences, and each of us has to some degree an interest in each of these areas, just some are stronger or more intense. So what this report does is take this model and give you a 3-letter profile. In this case, the profile you're looking at is enterprising, social, and conventional. So those were the 3 areas that were the strongest in this particular person's report. What is your 3-letter profile? What are those interests that are strongest for you? Section 5 provides a lot more detail on the career interests and facets. So you can see some things listed under each of those career interest areas that are examples of the kinds of things that those folks like to do. You can imagine how these might translate to different jobs or careers. This person was most interested in analytics as an example. Now we're going to talk about the personality model. We use the big 5 dimensions of personality. You may have heard of this. These have been used for decades really in personality to help people understand those things that make their personality unique. Each of these personality dimensions has a set of traits. We've identified in this assessment the 15 personality traits, and this is really what we dig into as we share in your reports, your top 5 personality traits, as well as more detail on where you stand in each of the 15. No one has a strength in every area. What's really important is understanding what your unique strengths are and how they can be best aligned to the work you're doing. This particular person had a strength, for example, in principled and optimistic. This is where it would be helpful to look at your report and figure out what your character or personality strengths are. In section 4, it gives you detail on your answers and how they relate to all the personality strengths. On the right, this is really a strength area. In the middle, this is a flexibility area. And on the left, this might be an area where you're just less focused. So knowing this is really about finding jobs that will lean on those strengths. So you can imagine taking the personality traits, the career interests, and moving that together. We're translating it to what we call a job family, or these top 15 occupations or job families. For the example we're showing in this presentation, this person had management jobs and sales jobs that are going to show up in their job family. What's a job family? It's the intersection of the job preparation level, how much education, credentialing, and experience, as well as the occupational category. And you put those two things together and you have a job family. Job families are what groups jobs together. There are over 1,000 U.S. jobs that the Department of Labor has organized, and we're able to turn them into 73 different job families. So it's really a way to talk about jobs that are similar or grouped. Job families are really helpful because they provide a common language for employers to use. All of the employers had to list their job family when they posted jobs in this program and in others. Job seekers use them to help focus their jobs that might be an interest for them, and educators use it for programming. So this is where looking at your top occupation report or section 3, the top 15 job families would be most helpful for you. And you can see the examples that I listed here, management, sales, etc., are the ones that for this person are their best fit. The number of stars really indicate best fit, which is why they're in rank order. So a 5-star would be an awesome fit. 4 stars, a really solid fit. Even 3 stars can be a good fit if that's your best. So how do you really use this job fit report to translate to jobs? We provided you a job fit worksheet, and this worksheet you can use to take your report and really translate and get clear on what are the job families that are the best fit for you. So looking at the occupational area, that's that first column in each of the job zones, using a highlighter, circle the ones that are really the focus for you. Those numbers really translate to a job family number that you can use in your search process. Using the ONET, and this link is provided in the information we sent you, and searching by job family is a great way to explore jobs that are in those job groupings. You can see the list here. Here we're going to pick management, and then we ultimately picked construction manager. We look at that job in more detail and start to understand the various information that ONET can provide with things like, what tasks are often done, what technology skills. You can see all the different information that they're capturing here. Knowledge, other skills, and that also gets back to job zone that we talked about. In this particular example, it's listing it as job zone 4. That generally requires a bachelor's degree. It also talks about interests. You can recognize some of the words used here match the interest categories that we talked about earlier. By exploring jobs in this way, you get a sense of what are the things that will speak to you and kind of be a fit long term, as well as things that you might be curious about. You can also see how much these jobs pay. So next we're going to click on wage-related information. You can put in your state and even your zip code and get a summary of generally what the salaries are for this type of job in your geographic area. In this case, you can see that a construction manager in Grand Rapids makes about $88,000 a year. That's a pretty good job. ONET has a wealth of resources, and our hope is that you use these reports to go online and really explore. In addition, you can go back to your Grow 1000 profile by logging in to the website we provided and updating your occupation, your preferred occupation information. We'll walk through how to do that. So first, you just go to the login screen and enter it. When you get to your profile, you'll select Manage Profile, and then you'll select the preferred options from the dropdown. So you can see you're in the Manage Profile here, and then when you get to this section, you can see the dropdown matches the occupations that are listed in your fit report. You can select as many as you want. We suggest at least 3, and those that are the best fit for you, you should definitely highlight, even if you're just curious. Once you update the occupation area, you can go down to the bottom of that page and just select Submit. That will help us know before we do your matching that you have taken your report and translated it. We highly recommend you share this information with friends and family, as well as your aligned supervisor in your placement and any mentors. Thanks for learning more about yourself and understanding the 3 organizations that came together for this partnership: Grow 1000, Using Connect, and Metrics and Reporting. Good luck, and we're excited about your adventure this summer.